So newsflash, that gut feeling about someone, it's not mystical. It's your second brain processing information faster than your conscious mind can actually keep up. Your gut instincts about people are usually right. Your gut instincts about your own needs, however, that's where the work begins. Let me explain why your digestive system is actually an intelligence network that might be smarter than the brain in your head. And I want you to think about the last time you met someone and immediately got a weird feeling about them. We've all experienced this. Maybe they seemed nice enough, said all the right things, but something in your stomach just felt off, right? Then later, it turned out your first instinct was absolutely right. For years, I ignored these signals because I thought I was being judgmental. I'd override the nausea before difficult meetings because I needed to be professional. I'd dismiss the stomach churning around certain people because I didn't want to seem closed-minded. Then I learned something that completely changed how I understand my body's intelligence. And that is that your gut literally has its own brain. And it might be giving you more accurate information than the thoughts in your head. The enteric nervous system is what it's called. It's your gut's brain. It contains over 500 million neurons. I mean, that's just mind-boggling. To put that in perspective, that's more than your spinal cord and 5 times more than your heart. This second brain produces 90% of your body's serotonin and communicates directly with your main brain through the vagus nerve. So when you get that gut feeling about someone, here's what's actually happening. Your enteric nervous system is processing micro expressions, energy shifts, voice tone variations, and subtle body language cues faster than your conscious mind can actually analyze them. It's creating physical sensations based on its assessment of whether this person or situation is safe. Your gut's intelligence network includes, again, the 500 million neurons making independent decisions about your environment, direct communication pathway to the brain via the vagus nerve, more neurotransmitter production than your actual brain. And think about the language we use around intuition. We say someone has good instincts or trust our gut. We talk about gut-wrenching experiences, feeling something in our gut. It's not metaphorical, folks. This is literal. Your intestinal nervous system is constantly gathering and processing information about your environment. That stomach drop around unsafe people, your second brain is warning you before your first brain can even begin to catch up. The nausea when someone is being deceptive, your gut nervous system detected incongruence between their words and their energy signature. I started paying better attention to these signals during my work. I'd notice my stomach would tighten around certain clients and patients, even when they seemed cooperative on the surface. Initially, I thought this was my own issue. Maybe I was being judgmental or bringing my own stuff into the room. But when I started honoring these gut signals instead of dismissing them, I realized that they were giving me incredibly accurate information about what was actually really happening in the patient-practitioner relationship. The clients who made my stomach tighten were often the ones who weren't being fully honest in their health history or had ulterior motives. Your gut nervous system is especially sensitive to emotional authenticity. It can detect when someone's words don't match their emotional state, when they're hiding something, or when they have harmful intentions. And this is ancient survival wisdom that kept our ancestors safe. But here's where it gets really interesting. For those of us who are natural helpers and people pleasers, we are incredibly good at reading other people's emotional states. That is our superpower. We do this through our gut intelligence, but we've often lost connection to what the gut is actually really telling us about our own needs in the process. Your gut knows when you're overgiving. It knows when you need rest. It knows when a situation doesn't align with your values. The question is, are you listening? And not only you're listening, you're actually taking action on that. I remember a certain patient who kept complaining about digestive issues, but all her medical tests came back normal. But when we started tracking her symptoms alongside her activities and some gut health markers, we discovered a clear pattern. Her stomach issues flared every time she had to spend time with her emotionally manipulative sister. Her gut was literally rejecting the toxic dynamic, but she kept overriding the signal because family is family, right? Once she started honoring her gut's wisdom and setting boundaries with her sister, her digestive issues actually improved dramatically without any medical intervention. This is common for sensitive, caring people. We're so attuned to everyone else's needs that we lose touch with our own internal guidance system. We can sense when others need support, but we ignore our own body's signals about what we actually really need. Here's the deal. Your digestive system shuts down when boundaries are violated because your body prioritizes protection over digestion. If you're having chronic digestive issues with no clear medical cause, it might actually be worth asking, what is my gut trying to tell me that I'm not hearing? The gut-brain connection explains why stress affects digestion so dramatically. When your nervous system is activated from absorbing others' emotions or violating your own boundaries, blood flow literally diverts away from your digestive organs. Your stomach acid production decreases, your gut lining becomes more permeable. I worked with a woman once who had severe IBS, so much so that doctors could not even treat it effectively, which is actually very common. Through our work together, she realized her symptoms always worsened after phone calls with her mother, who was emotionally manipulative and guilt-inducing. Her gut was responding to the emotional toxicity of these conversations. And when she learned to set boundaries with her mother and process her emotions after these calls, instead of suppressing them, her IBS symptoms actually improved more than they ever had with medical treatment alone. So to rebuild that gut-brain trust, it involves a few things. Number one, noticing your first physical reaction to people and situations before your mind even does. Honoring gut warnings even when your rational mind disagrees. Tracking how your body responds to different environments and relationships. This is especially important if you work in helping professions. Your sensitivity to others' emotional states through your gut intelligence is what makes you effective at your work. But that same sensitivity needs boundaries to remain sustainable. I learned to do a quick gut check before making decisions. So when someone asks me to take on a project or attend an event or join an organization, I pause and notice, does my stomach feel expansive and open, or does it contract and tighten? This gives me information about whether this opportunity aligns with my current capacity and values. The most profound shift happened when I started treating my gut reactions as valuable data rather than obstacles to override or overcome. And instead of forcing myself to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, I began asking, what is this discomfort trying to tell me? Sometimes the message was really about the other person. They weren't trustworthy or safe. Sometimes it was about me. I was overextended and needed rest. Sometimes it was about the situation that I simply wasn't aligned with my values or priorities at the time. So your gut instincts are literal. They're your second brain speaking, and this intelligence system has kept humans safe for thousands of years, and it's still working perfectly today. Learning to trust this intelligence about others and yourself might be one of the most important skills you can develop for your health and your relationships. Your gut knows things that your mind has not yet figured out. So I ask you, what is your gut trying to tell you right now that you've been ignoring? Maybe that tight feeling in your stomach might be the most important information that you receive today.